Hey y'all, it's the Finally Silver here, and I just want to tell you about the start of my Pokemon journey. Now, it didn't technically start more recently, but it did restart recently. My journey initially started when I was a kid playing Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon Silver. I was never very good at either of those games, but the games that really got me hooked were Fire Red and Leaf Green, Ruby and Sapphire, and of course, Emerald. Emerald's probably one of my favorite Pokemon games of all times. For whatever reason, it just sticks with me. I will forever and always have a love for Pokemon Emerald. Now, from there, I eventually got into the DS games. I had Diamond, Pearl. I ironically enough did not have Platinum, but I did get, I believe it was Omega Ruby, and then I ended up rebuying myself Alpha Sapphire a while back. Now, the fun part is, I also had a friend who was really big into Pokemon as well, and he gave me one of his copies of Red. Still has the markings from when he was a kid. Now, as a kid, I also collected a couple cards. When I say a couple cards, I might have had a half a binder or so. And for whatever reason, I think it was because I never really learned how to play the game, and my parents never really saw much value in the Pokemon cards that I was trying to collect and stuff. But if I wasn't buying them myself, I really wasn't getting many. Not to blame anybody, but as an adult, I realized that there was just something missing out of my life. Something that I hadn't had since I was a kid, and that was the joy of Pokemon. And it was just one of those things that just steadily got set aside throughout my life. But I realized that I didn't necessarily have to give it up. So, I got stupid. This stupid. Now, mind you, this is a lot of cards. When I say a lot of cards, I mean, I think I've already opened over 190 packs. Might even be 200. Anywho, the reason I'm making this video and the reason I'm making this channel is to show you that you don't have to live up to anybody else's expectations to do great things. And one of the most amazing things that I've encountered is the Pokemon community in general and as a whole. Y'all have always been some of the happiest people, some of the most generous people out there. Now, the goal that I had in mind was opening this ridiculous amount of packs that is just laying all over the floor in me, is I wanted to complete a master set binder. I've come a pretty long way so far. If I open my binder, so far every card that is in here is either a holo, a reverse holo, or whatever the rarer variant of that card is, the one that I have set in this binder. Eventually, I will get the, non-holos in the set for these as well. Now, I've completed a decent portion of this, but there's a card show in Columbus that I'm going to that's going to hopefully help me complete, maybe not the rest of my set, but get me just another few steps further. And I plan on taking y'all along for that journey. I'm missing a few other cards in this set. I've already traded for a couple at my local card shop, and I was also lucky enough to have the honors of pulling the Latias. And I really can't complain about the Hydreigon. It'd be a blessing if I could pull that Pikachu. Let's be a bit honest here. It's one of the hardest cards in the set to pull. But there is a chance. I might just have to end up buying it outright eventually later on down the road. We'll get to there some other day. So far, it's nothing absolutely amazing, but it currently is what it is. I've pulled over 190 packs from this set. I still have 2 booster boxes left. I can't wait to try pull them. Now, the fun part about trying to pull the cards is, for whatever reason, I don't know, it just brings me joy. And I think it's just because it takes me back to when I was a kid, when times were simpler and when times were a bit, I don't want to say more joyous, but as a kid, you don't realize that adulting sucks. So, I decided just because I'm an adult doesn't mean I have to act like one. And that's where we are today. When I go to the card show in Columbus this weekend, I'm not sure how many cards I'm going to pick up for this binder, but I know one of two things. I'm either going to get a lot of minuscule cards, or I'm going to get a few really expensive cards. The question's going to be, is it worth it? And if I get those super expensive cards, like that Pikachu, is it just going to be going up in value? Or Or is that card eventually going to have a bit of a drop to it? Because I know as soon as Prismatic Evolutions starts dropping, most of the pre-orders that I know about are already all sold out. So I really don't know how many people are going to get into that. I'm just going to see what I can do about trying to get packs, but right now my main goal is trying to complete Surging Sparks, and I would like to try doing that before Prismatic Evolutions. And hopefully with enough of a time frame that I can buy a few of the ETBs, because to my knowledge, I don't believe that they're selling booster boxes of Prismatic Evolutions. Now, before we go to this convention, what do you say we open up a few packs? Alright, so right now, we got our penny sleeves over here. We have our eclipse sleeves over here. We got our packs right here. I'm going to open them. Now, I'm only going to be doing 5 packs today, just because I still have to figure out what I'm doing to edit this video and all that. I love the Pikachu packs. They're always so nice looking. And let's see what we got. Now, because I also haven't played the TCG for now, I am not revealing the code cards for now. But that's only because I feel like me playing TCG Live is actually going to help me learn how to play. And my goal for the rest of the year is hopefully by the end, or hopefully by summer, I plan on trying to get into a tournament or something. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. So, we already know the very back card's going to be an energy. Let's see what we could pull. We have Donphan, Fuecoco, Mantine, Bronzong, Deduction Kit, Ceruledge, Invade, Phoebus, Appleton, Chien Pao, and that's that one. Nothing super fancy in there. Let's open up the next pack. Oh God. They're probably looking at me like, figure out how to open packs. I think after pulling almost 190 packs that you wouldn't be having any problem with this. But for some reason, I still do. And again, only because I'm not that acquainted with the game yet. Oops, bumped the mic, or bumped the camera. Only because I'm not too acquainted with the game and actually playing. I do want to get better and I want to learn. My one friend says that she has her son who beats their teachers. Alright, a Skull Villain. Not bad. I've already pulled a couple of these, but I swear these just look absolutely stunning. I was looking at it through the camera and it just doesn't do it justice. So I'm going to pull that sleeve. Oh, other side. And let me get that in there. And whenever I load these in, I do push them in, but then I do it with the softest part of my hand to get it just past that lip. Wait, let's get it to focus. To get it just past this lip, I'll end up using the palm of my hand, or like the side of the palm of my hand, to push it in just because it's really soft, less chance of potentially damaging a card. This card will eventually go to, hopefully, this card will eventually go to somebody to help complete their own master set of the deck. You'd think for English being one of my first language, that I'd be better at this. But let's see what we got in here. And again, only because I still got to learn some things. But I'll have plenty of them for you. I didn't put the rest of the cards over. There we go. Zelf, Mousehold, Iron Bundle. Is that the reverse or is that the normal? That's the normal. Nothing fancy going on there. Surfer, Spoopa, Galore, another Chiempao. I'm kind of surprised I pulled 2 of those already. I mean, just in this video. Let's see what we got here. Everybody else makes this look so easy. Oh, forgot. Let's keep our Skull Villain in here. Keeping that. Swapping this around sloppily. Got a Basic Energy, Oricorio, Scatterbug, Wattrel, Semi-Seer, Braviary. I am looking for this card in reverse, so I believe it's that one I'm looking for that I need the reverse of. I don't know if I need the reverse of this or not yet. I already have the reverse of that, and Gastrodon. That's still a beautiful card. It might not be anything super fancy or special, but that's still a gorgeous card. And last pack. Now, I ended up picking these up from Five Below, so that's why it's got a $5 sticker on it. Which, the way I see it, is actually not a horrible deal. Because if you're spending $5 a pack, including tax, I think everything was like 54 bucks when I bought 10. And for as much as booster boxes are going for, you can actually get, oops, sorry, yeah, that was that. But as far as how much the booster boxes are going for, you can get, I think it's like 4 or 5 free packs if you're spending anything over $200 for a booster box. I mean, you're getting 36 packs, but for basically $212, you're getting 4 extra packs. So might be worth the investment if you have a Five Below nearby. Getting back on with this, we have Blitzel, we have Yamask, we have Quaxley, we have Larbesta, we have Annihilate, and I'm trying to figure out a way to get an Annihilate deck because Annihilate is actually sick. The Pokemon is now confused. It's only costs 1 energy, and it does 130. Granted, it is a stage 3 stage 2 Pokemon, but I mean, even then, Destined Fight, both active Pokemon are knocked out. If you're ever in a down and out situation where you have more prize cards than your opponent, this might be a card to use because if you both take a prize card on the Mons both being knocked out for only 2 energy, you can guarantee that you're taking down an EX or a V-Star or, I mean, it could take out anything. Both active Pokemon are knocked out. So we will see what happens. I'm really surprised that that's not a more valuable card because that is semi-insane. Pavilion. Ooh, actually, I don't think I have this in reverse. So that is really cool for me. And Skeledirge. Well, I'm going to black sleeve this and put this in my binder. Keep them upside down. So, for me, this became a really nice hit, and I pulled the Skull Villain EX. Let's see what I get next time.